Check, check. Speaker today. Um, here to learn a little bit about AI. What you're using today. You know a little bit. I your have the quality there. If you library, value that. Polish you get a they don't yeah, see how we do it. It's not like scared to describe without repentance. Just doesn't take the first pass. It's going to see what I'm doing for I'll say, then might head back to the state department and a lot of post pass rate opportunity to put in the description. Get the yeah, the challenge will but we channel yeah, secret now about people are right. Yeah, well, that would be more of a challenge. Good. Okay. All right. Well, we'll go check this one later. Yeah, it's me too. Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. Going off your turn with what this parents planning. You know, how to see what people would get into the road prices. You would you guys get down. Well, that's cool. And then it gets kind of categories. See it, right? Great. That's right. President like chapter. With wow. They'll have to double check with words. You can see you can get payments by indicating. And so you have to check with others. Well, it's when you find another job. You can say it's funny. Yeah, you look by the airport's being right there. You were having right there. That's an option. So it's not maybe we select you to be also that's not very less. I had I Chris invites you to that table. Going to look a lot there to your time. Everyone your time emotions afterwards. More about that I think it's showing my reading yes. Go back. Yeah, on a phone call, we have our peers. It's which is pleasure to well. Where are you saying? Say you're okay, because you're not gonna want to. What is the problem? Final remarks. Yeah. Is that Q&A is at 12:50. Final remarks about what had been. So, yeah.
There here. Since I don't back that on.
Could you even imagine? Are you wearing your platform still? Because you might stand up and trip right over
These ones I can walk in the ones yesterday.
this. Yeah.
And you're like, it's this minus. So, then,
Um,
Maddie, see if that's your and maybe hot. This, yeah, or else.
so are these potentially improved that would be coming? Ones that oh,
So,
oh,
the prioritize. So, as far as,
yeah.
BBC of book, it doesn't really happen in my head. Maybe. I feel like this morning we committed to like the amount things like
I like
things that are out in my mind are the AIS for the yeah, the
graphics. I need to do that.
graphics and we just didn't
A
have
draft on that presentation.
to
Which then we can do that. We have time to I don't think that's the thing.
she had a vacant stuff in her. The problem
Yeah.
well,
No, no.
uh,
Oh, that's literally a direct reflected on me though, because we put collective and those issue standards. He is in Marcella
yeah,
for the EVP initiative. So that's how that
at least I can even say it was a good guy. Got it. Yeah. That they provide guidance. So, you know, in unless you specifically asked to use the fact people and just use that's what the thing. That's what's the problem. That's what I mean, it would still be time. And it,
yeah, I would assume upside. That's usually what Patty tells me. I just thought she had a forgot she had Like, oh, 86 to 66.
In the yeah, paper too about I'm not thinking you types. But yeah, not super much for your state. But they're in
And the work is need to get better. The catch works are like, whoa, that's all. The customers aren't reading the fine details. It's 12 and electrical 5 with cable. Oh, electrical 5. Oh, most of the time it's a little fine lines, but they're usually the same. Like fabrics are 5 years, electrical times are 5. No, it's not. I, the part of yeah, and I use that. So he worked pretty well. He was my brow. Like, things all over. We had so. Where's she going? Like, where's the picture? Just want to. I just about that. Well, she did. Oh no, she went to that lady who's telling her to right. I was able to speak like it's like most folks have already taken their seat, but we'll be having an opportunity for more great networking at the end of the program time. But we're going to jump right into our link here with Chris Holman. So, Chris, welcome. Take it away. I usually get a big round of applause. I want to make sure this is on. Can you hear me all right? All right, good. Pretty exciting stuff today, actually, for everybody, and glad to have you here. Welcome to the speaker series. We all value that networking, as he said. As a matter of fact, when you look on your table, you will see a survey of what we can do better, etc. The number one thing that always comes up there is you enjoy the network. And these kind of gatherings, especially today, which is smaller than normal, but more CEOs, more business operators, managers are here than we usually get too. So that's a very good thing. And it also means that there's a real market value to what Pete is going to tell us about today. Um, so anyway, there'll be more networking time a little later. Very excited to have the opportunity to join today. This is also very close to our studios. I don't know how many of you noticed, but when you came in by TSA there, our studios are kind of on the left side, right? So we always tell people that close to TSA, if you're traveling and something weird drops out of your suitcase, we'll see you.
And so you may be on at 6 o'clock. We do 7 or 8 events a year, speaker series events, been going annually since 2004. Every time I make that announcement, I'm like knocked out with it. It doesn't seem like we've been doing that this long. There's a QR code on your table tent, and that can be used to get the digital version of today's program when we're done. Also, a take survey button at the bottom of that digital program, and there's also, of course, a survey that is sitting on your table. So these events don't happen, as we say every month, without the sponsorship that we get, and it's really, really valuable. And we want to thank Dean Transportation, Shaheen Chevrolet Cadillac, Fly Lansing, this Capital Region International Airport, Sinair, who also sponsors our survey, the Michigan Future Business Index, which is in the market right now. If you haven't gotten it, received it, please go to our website, haul it up, fill it out. It's really valuable information, and we do this survey every 6 months. So a lot of people make their business decisions on it because it's partially what's been happening for the last 6 months. More importantly, what business owners, managers see the next 6 months. And as you know, especially in small business, which primarily, when you talk about business, it's like 98% small businesses. Those people are often driven by whatever that owner feels. So if you feel good about the next 6 months, you may open another location, you may introduce a new product, you may buy more inventory. If you don't feel good, none of that happens. That's kind of a step backwards, really. We also want to thank Matthew, who couldn't be here today. Um, so one of the things we always like to do is kind of do a little roundtable, and today it'll be kind of an abbreviated one. But let's start with Jason Cords. You still have autos for sale?
We've got a couple. Just want to thank my team for being here. Juan, Zach, CFO. Thank you, Zach, for doing that. Jen, my marketing director, and Meg, that's on her team that does all the fabulous videos and everything. But couple different things. Save a date. September 14th is our annual car show, helping the Davies Project. And we normally, I think last year we had about 250 cars. And this year we're expecting more, but we clear our whole lot. And it's between food trucks and DJs and raising money. The whole Corvette Club is there that helps us support that. But that's a fabulous event on a Sunday. That's September 14th. Today I was also lucky enough to meet Jay Batt, our new MSU athletic director. So I'm wearing my
Go away.
my green, and he's in town now, driving one of our Sheen Cadillacs. We had to set him up on that, but what a fabulous individual, and I'm expecting big things from him. So
It's funny. I just talked to Tom Izzo the other day, and he said he had called Roy Williams, former coach there, and said, "Tell me about this athletic director," because Tom was on the search committee. And Roy said, "You're not thinking of stealing, are you?" And he said, "Actually, we are." And he said, "Well, don't, but if you can get him, you should get him." So he's really well.
Georgia Tech, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He's with Nick Saban for
Yeah.
7, 8 years or something. But we're excited to have him. But another thing, you need tires. Right now with us, it's buy three get one for $1, and really, it truly is $1 for that fourth tire because General Motors makes us the difference on it because they want you get your maintenance done there and doing stuff. So we're very busy. We're the cheapest rounded tires, and we've got an 8-bay quick moving tire center that'll help with that. So about that, thanks to my team for being here. Thanks for
And still more,
we do use New Wave and love it.
still more inventory, which is it's not always the case. Thank you. Courtney Bowman is here from Dean.
Hi, everyone. Courtney Bowman, Director of Community Engagement at Dean Transportation. We just wrapped up the school year across the state, which was a phenomenal end to a great year, but we ask everyone still, please be aware, buses are still on the road, summer school, camp field trips, all those things. Be careful about around the big yellow buses as students are still everywhere. So, and on the Trailway side, we are excited. Our team is headed to Detroit for the Rocket Mortgage Classic. starting this weekend. We are the official transportation sponsor for the event. So if you're there and get on a parking shuttle, say hi to our drivers. They'd be happy to see you and know you're there to visit. So, and keep in mind, we have vehicles available for black car service to the airport, motor coaches. So if you're going on family vacations, taking your teams on summer outings, anything like that, give us a call. We're happy to help and get you where you need to go.
Now, listen, we never perpetuate not flying out of Lansing. But if there's a connection problem or something, this is the best way to get to another. No, I know, get them here too. Um, okay, with that, as long as your mic's back there, who's got it right? Okay, Ryan.
There you go, Chris. All right. Hi, everybody. Brian Hunt, CEO with the Michigan Works Association. So we support the 16 local Michigan Works agencies around the state, including capital area. Michigan Works right here in the Lansing area. So a couple of things on our end that we're keeping note of. We're still waiting on a budget from the state house for fiscal year 26 and looking at ways that we can continue supporting workforce development efforts. One thing I know Chris is working on is the Michigan Business Index survey. So each year, for however long now, Chris, I know that talent and workforce continues to be one of the main challenges and priorities for the business community. And so that's what we are hoping to continue supporting our effective policies and resources so that our local Michigan Works agencies can continue to serve businesses and job seekers in all 83 counties of the state. So thank you again for those in the room that continue to join us alongside our advocacy efforts in DC and here in Lansing to make sure that we are able to secure resources for those effective programs. The other thing I wanted to mention as well is our 2025 Michigan Works annual conference is coming up here in just a couple of months. This year we will be down in Kalamazoo for our annual conference, September 7th through the 9th. That is the state's largest workforce development conference. So each year we bring in workforce development professionals, economic developers, community partners, educators, and other stakeholders to the conference to share best practices and network with one another. Since workforce continues to be, again, one of the main topics of discussion nationwide. We do have sponsorship opportunities that are available for our 2025 annual conference. So if you're looking at ways to engage with hundreds of workforce professionals and other stakeholders, our annual conference, in my opinion, is the best way to do so. And also exciting news, in just a few years, I think it's 2028, that we will be in Lansing for the annual conference, right? So just coming up, we did sign a contract earlier this year, and we're bringing our annual conference back to Lansing in just a few years. I don't remember the last time we had it in Lansing, but certainly predates me, but we're very excited for 2028 back here in the capital region.
Listen, I don't want to blow smoke, but since you took over the association, it has been not only more active, but more effective. You've done a marvelous job.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
And I want to point out, you sure take Michigan and get over and over and over again. Please don't be big.
They had the base flew up, but I chose
I got. Did you notice we didn't give the mic to Rebecca, but she still got it? Okay. Well, yeah. Paula Cunningham, I want you to stand up and tell us what's going on at AARP. She's the executive director for Michigan AARP.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Chris. There's a lot going on at AARP. So let me mention three things very quickly. Number one, Social Security is under threat along with Medicare, Medicaid. We are nonpartisan, non-profit. We don't have a PAC, never had a PAC. This is about 67% of older adults who rely on their Social Security checks being there. It's not an entitlement, it's money that is earned. Within the first 24 hours of our national office asked people to sign a petition, we had 300,000 signatures within the first day of people signing that just to protect Social Security dollars that you earn. Surprisingly, you might be surprised to learn that a lot of young people are also very committed to this, because they're also putting money into Social Security and they want to make certain that it's there. Number two, we're still in the caregiving business, folks. There's so many folks who are taking care of their loved ones. Unpaid family caregivers, there are 1.7 million of them just right in the state of Michigan. People who drive to doctor's appointments, people who build a ramp in order to help them be able to have the mobility and change their bathroom around. So we are really petitioning the state. And this just boggles my mind. and get in my mind for a minute. This just boggles my mind. The state of Michigan could save $2 for every $1 they spend on Medicare long-term care facilities. They could save $2 and let people stay at home, give the services that they need. Save $2. So we're not asking for more money. We're just saying reallocate the dollars that you use for other things, for home community-based services, so your loved ones can stay where they want to stay, which is right in their home, which is where they belong, and they can age with dignity and respect. So we're all about that. And I'm always going to continue to say this. We need direct care workers. And in terms of employment workers, Chris Holman is my best partner for that. We're still looking for the state of Michigan, MBC, Michigan Works, whomever, to get our experience for hire program back up and running. There are a lot of older adults, which they have part-time jobs, just want to go back to work, want to do something. Nurses, doctors, CPAs, and they just want to work part-time, full-time. And we want employers who want to hire older workers for part-time or full-time basis. And Chris and I are doing the hip making that happen. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you. By the way, Ryan is a big part of that also, because we go through a lot of mission works. Would you stand up just for a second? Are you on your way to Ann Arbor today?
You really are colorblind. This is actually green and blue.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. My mistake. Okay, and Pete, you will give us a rundown on New Wave and who they are very quickly. Pete's today's speaker, but New Wave is the company I want you to be aware of.
Thank you, Chris. New Wave Technology Partners is a managed service provider. So companies like Shaheen that want help with their IT needs, whether that be infrastructure, we do break fix. We can take service tickets if you have your own or don't have an in-house IT team, and it's somebody who fixes their mom's computer once with your IT person. You can outsource that IT work to us. We can do better than the person that is probably maybe doing it independently for you now. It is great to see some current clients here. The airport itself is a client of New Wave Machine, like I mentioned. I do want to thank AARP for saving me money on my van rental a couple weeks ago when I went to Florida for spring break. So thank you for that. Um, we are we're celebrating our 20th year in business, so we're very proud of that. We do serve all of Michigan, so here in Lansing, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, the east side of the state as well. So very happy to be here. Appreciate the opportunity, Chris, to be here and speak on New Wave's behalf and talk about AI. And, looking forward to it. So thank you.
Well, Pete, you're here because a big part of this speaker series is to be education. And nobody's talking about anything more than AI. And none of us know less about it than we think. So this is going to be really, really fruitful today. So with that, you're all dismissed to go down and get your lunch, and then we'll resume the program as soon as you get back.